I love
Yeah.
it. I love
Yep. So, like, I know there's no jealousy or envy or nothing, but like, so Simone and I couldn't do our program yesterday because somebody across the way is jacking. Like they're doing construction and we have limestone. So this da 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 da. And
Oh,
we outside now. We not in this box.
box. Yeah. So you
Like
hear
I'm
all
good
that.
in here, but out there, forget it.
Yeah. 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 So
yeah.
Hopefully they'll get it done over the next week. So by next week
Yeah. Because that's really wrenched the joint. What up, y'all?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look like my man Quest is up in there like swimwear, but the house is under the weather, man.
The house is under the weather. I just fought it, man. Yeah, we'll tell them about it in the intro.
Cool. All right, y'all. So for those of you joining us for the very first time, that's over there. That's New Questament, and this is just me. I'm David.
LD.
One of these ways.
LD. I always get that mixed up, D, because sometimes I'll be like this way, and they be like, "Where's he pointing?"
Yeah, I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, so in a moment, we're going to sound like we know what we're talking about. And that'll mean that we are LIVE with the audio. And we're going to give you what we got. We're not going to burn any time today. We both have a lot to do. It's not that we don't love you, but we need to get right to the message at hand.
Keep rising to the top. While my mind saying, give it all you got, give it all you got. We ain't paying?
I'm not even co-signing this one.
You said give it all you got. So I was like, oh, okay. Give it all you got. Give it. Keep rising. While my mind say, pump it up.
I have self-control. No, not the whistle though.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I have self-control.
Yeah, when it comes to music, I lose it.
No, the next thing I do, I'll just take my headphones out so I won't lose it. All right, y'all. So Quest, quiet on the set. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I'm your host with the most, Quest, alongside my man, my man, L to the David to the Harris. Get up.
Get on the mic.
And MC.
What up, though?
Oh, man. Yep. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Come on in here, man.
What's up, everybody?
Because class is in session.
I love it. D, man, let me tell you something. First and foremost, I just want to praise God real quick because normally this time of year for us in the States, depending on where you are, because it's colder in some places than others. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a fan of the cold. I think everybody knows that. Although we grew up in New York for a good number of years, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not feeling the cold. That's probably why you down in JA living it up. You know what I'm saying? But like, for real, today is 75 degrees and I feel like spring. I'm in a t-shirt, bro. And I went outside like this to go and pick up Nico from school today.
I heard it was biting out there.
Oh, it was biting. Well, the vortex didn't really come down that low where we got touched. Yeah, because we were under the front. So the front was above us though. But yeah, places like Chicago, my boy, shouts out to Tim and Shonda Morris up in Chicago. Yo, bruh, they were getting -27, which made it feel like -40 something because of the wind chill factor. But
yeah, freeze out the engine block with that.
Yo, done cars were blowing up on parking decks and all kind of stuff because of that foolishness. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. But yeah. Speaking of what was it I was just saying a while ago in terms of there was a bug running through this crib. Nico, I don't know what happened, but my man got some kind of stomach virus. It might have been like a 24-hour, 48-hour bug, and he got that on Saturday, bruh. By Sunday morning, Mason was by Monday morning, Mason woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and said, "Mommy, my bed is wet." I was like, man, I'm like, this joker don't get over this pee in his bed. I'm gonna go. So she goes in there and checks it. And she said, there's vomit all over the bed. My man just threw up all over himself. So she stripped him, bathed him, you know what I'm saying, put him back in the bed. He got back up again because his stomach was feeling funny, got in our bed. So she gets up, and then immediately I hear him right next to me. And I'm like, right next to me in the bed. So I get up now, and I tear the bed down again, go get sheets. We must have replaced them sheets in our bed like 2 or 3 times. And you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing where when they're not feeling good, they feel soulless in your bed. I don't know what that's about, but they feel soulless in your bed. So long story short, me, Nico, and Mason. Nico was the first one out. You know what I'm saying? Then me and Mason followed. All right. So today was pretty much the last day of mine. Yesterday, bro, I was so weak. I done sat on that toilet so many times yesterday. I know that's a little TMI, but like for real, your boy, like for real, I don't know. I was like, somebody please turn the faucet off. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. And then on top of that, the doggone, Nico had it so bad one time. It was coming both ends simultaneously. One time he was in the bathroom and he was just like, somebody help me, help. And it was that was it. So yeah, man, it's been crazy. And now the ladies are sick. Faith is laying down. She's asleep right now, getting her rest in. Zoe got it. I woke up this morning. Zoe was throwing up all over the place. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I need quarantine, man.
Yeah, I need quarantine. So today, I was doing it before we got on, and then I'm gonna do it again. I've been Lysol down everything, took the sheets off the bed. I'm washing, I'm cleaning floors, washing dish. I'm doing it all so that when she get up, man, she don't gotta look at none of that stuff. But yeah.
Wow. Well, Lord bless you, man. You don't want to lose weight like that. That ain't how you do it.
Yeah, and I did lose a couple of pounds. So, yeah, I'm just going to play off of it and consider it a blessing. There's always a silver lining behind every dark cloud, right?
Okay. Well, let's call it that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, since we're all family, all 2,000 of y'all.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. What's going on the JA side? I know.
Well, the weather's nice and ain't nobody throwing up. But
that's lovely. That's lovely.
For now, but they are jackhammering right outside, not outside of this part of the crib where the studio at, but where Simone and I do our thing outside. They over there excavating. So that messed us up yesterday. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But we good, man. I ain't got nothing to complain about.
Shoot, you and me both, man. It's just one of them things you just cruise on through, get through it, and move to the other side, and let's go. All right, man. Well, let me go ahead and pay some bills, man. Let me shout out Breathe University. When you want to breathe when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Breathe University is the brand new e-learning platform led by Dr. Eric Thomas. And inside BU, you get access to ET along with all of his proven tools, strategies, and resources. You need to jumpstart your greatness in one convenient location. And I'm talking about on-demand video courses, mastermind calls, which are like the bomb. Every week there's marriage call, which I do every Sunday night. Shout out to all thank God I'm married crew. Okay. Yes, indeed. Exclusive community. You feel me? Live events where we do all the conferences and stuff, and you get to see everybody face to face. Countless resources, books and interviews, like for real. go by Breathe University and check out. There's for real, not a community, but a family of learners or learning who are dedicated to making sure that they push you to the next level. So if you want more information, please go by, visit us at breatheuniversity.com.
Wonderful. All right. Well, today's program is brought to you by Audible. Get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/marriage. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And I am delighted to listen or read to find out what you recommend. We need you to recommend a book, an audiobook, and then again, go ahead to audibletrial.com/marriage and get it for free. And let us know how we can get it too. All right?
Yep. No doubt.
Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, D. I wanna put this out there, and I ain't gonna.
All right.
I'm not in the business of telling. I coach a lot of couples.
Oh yeah, word.
In this marriage thing, but there was one incident that, like, for real, or a little situation that stuck with me, as I heard them, talking about it. And I'm not gonna say no names, or what I'm saying, for real, but I feel I want to introduce this. And so the issue is, well, we know, according to research, right? Dr. John Gottman, shouts out to him. He does some of the most extensive research as it relates to marriage. And he said one of the 4 things that will definitely take you to, we know about the criticism, the contempt, and the stonewalling. But a lot of the times, I think one of the most prevalent things that we don't, it's almost like we know that it causes trouble. Well, we don't know the depth at which it causes trouble, and it can take you right to the divorce court, is defensiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody says something to you and they point, like something happens, somebody gets hurt, they point it out to you and you play it off like, well, this is the reason why I did what I did, instead of really just, so case in point. I can't even say spouses because they're really moving in. We're about halfway through, and they're engaged now. So one spouse had a situation where, well, I won't give too many details of the situation. One spouse had a situation where their feelings were hurt as it relates to a particular thing that they were doing. It wasn't really fully communicated as to what they were going to do and what they weren't going to do. It had to do, right. It had to do with a special event and some posting of pictures. And one spouse was posting pictures of another event that they were at, and they had not yet posted the pictures for this special event between the two of them as a couple. And one person whose feelings were hurt because this is a special event. This is one of those events that we share with family, friends know. And then, like, for real, other people were commenting like, wow, I didn't know, wow, congratulations, whatever the case may be. So long story short, the one who was offended made it clear that my feelings were hurt because I thought that, you should have done this before you did that, so to speak.
Right. How does it look more important than?
Yep. And so what the other spouse did was they started talking about all the different things that were motivators as to why they did what they did. Went all around the mulberry bush, talked about connections with friends over here, talked about the way that their family was and how they were wired and all of these different things, like for real. And the person on the receiving end whose feelings was hurt, like for real, I know if it was me, all I would have been here thinking in my mind is, you don't care. You don't care. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, but you don't care. And what I've realized, D, is that, like, and from what I understand, they went the entire day going back and forth, when really and truly this situation could have been nipped in the bud in the morning by simply saying, I'm sorry. That was never my intent. And they could have been going. Now, if he wanted to address as to why he did what he did, he could have did that after he addressed the initial issue, which was somebody's feelings was hurt. Now, for us who are a little bit mature, in this marriage thing. You know what I'm saying, D? Simone come to you, Faith come to me and say, you hurt my feelings. Like, I'd have been like, okay, yep. What did I do?
Yeah.
Let me address that first.
Yeah.
Because if I get defensive and tell you all the reasons as to why I did what I did, remember the issue that I had with Faith earlier on this year and what the outcome was? It was the way that it was in terms of the outcome, because I got an opportunity to, like, I heard the Holy Ghost say, yep, shut your mouth, sit down, listen. And after she's listening, look for the resolve. First, apologize. I'm sorry. What can we do to fix it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. When you do that, what you're telling to the other person is that you're only looking at what you did, why you did it. You're not addressing the fact that you hurt their feelings. So yeah, D. Yeah, D.
Yeah, because I don't believe in that everybody's truth business. I mean, I know people say it for a reason. I get what we try to say when we say
right.
it, but there's truth, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
But there is perception. And the way that I feel or think about a thing is that reality to me. So like they say, perception is reality, or perception is king, or whatever way you want to say it, right? And so if somebody says that they're hurt, what you going to say? No, you're not. Like, no, you're not. Or why you hurt? Not even beginning to try to discover the heart of the person, because we're talking about, in this case, the most important person to me at the moment. And now I'm giving you, first of all, I'm telling you what your feelings are not, because I've completely discounted and devalued what you shared with me. Right? Because really and truly, if it were my wife, she could have gone and told everybody else. She could have posted it on Facebook. Like, this don't get it.
Yeah.
And put it all on Facebook.
Yeah.
But if she spares you that, and she's being intimate with you to say, this is my heart, regardless of how it comes out, that's a whole different program.
Absolutely.
But this is my heart. I'm sharing it with you. And you, like when we were kids, you break it like a stick on your knee. Pop. No, it isn't. Because that's what it's abrupt. That's what it feels like. Like, this dude really is not listening. Like, he really doesn't get it. And depending on what stage in a relationship somebody is, there may be regret. There may be apprehension for moving forward. Because it's like, yo, if this is a foretaste of what next, count me out.
Imagine doing this in the beginning stages when you're trying to solidify your core values and you're trying to see if this person is lining up with the core values that you have for yourself. That could be the deal breaker that causes you to lose out on one of the greatest things that have ever happened to you.
Real talk. It's like, because this dude or this woman's not even listen. You can't even listen. So what about all the other stuff? Like, you can't even listen?
Yeah.
That's all we're talking about here, Quest.
Yeah. We're not
talking about moving mountains. We're talking about
listening. Yep. I think somebody said one time, that's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Get that perspective, man. Come on, ratios, get it, man.
Yeah, but let's add some. Let's add some meat to the bones, D. Earlier on today, we were talking about HelpSide Defense.
Oh,
yeah.
I wanna go there because we used to. Well, I'm gonna say we both used to be ballers. You may still be, but I ain't.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I want to define it. I usually don't like sports analogies because it leaves a lot of people out, but this time I feel like it works. So HelpSide Defense in basketball is fundamental. I just want to underscore and highlight that word fundamental because we're talking about relationships here. But
indeed,
it's a fundamental in which a defensive player who is 2 passes away from the ball adjusts his defense to do something in particular. What is that something? To help another teammate defend the ball handler.
Come on.
So when we're in relationships and we talk about somebody becoming defensive, we're not talking about creating a wall against the intruders from the outside. What we're talking about is now you have become the enemy to me. We're supposed to be in a relationship, but now I've made you my enemy. The HelpSide defense in the basketball, from a basketball perspective, says the person who's the enemy is whoever's trying to get the ball from the point guard or the ball handler.
Absolutely.
So we're aiming all of our energies, whatever way we have to spread the floor, whatever players in an organized fashion, we have to dispatch to the location to make sure that ball handler keeps that basketball.
Yeah.
And it's able to move it to wherever else it needs to go on the floor. Whatever we got to do, we're going to make sure we protect that ball.
Absolutely.
Whatever
Absolutely.
there is out there.
Absolutely. And a good, I guess for me, if I could create a picture in my mind, I think like for real, when you think about all the basketball, you know, duos that were just like phenomenal, whether they had been during All-Star time, like for real, I used to love to watch Shaq and Kobe when they were on good terms to talk. Like I like Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying? When you don't know what they're saying, but you can tell him like, okay, you cross me up when you do X, Y, and Z, or you know, when the pit is set, a pick is set, let's switch off. I think we talked about this earlier on. Mm-hmm. Suppose you're playing a basketball game and you was like, even in the most independent you will get in a basketball game is playing man-to-man defense, right? And if you playing man-to-man, let's say me and you playing man-to-man, D, and a pick gets set for me, right?
You run into the wall or you trip up.
That's it. And my man goes the other way. Let's switch off, right? Yeah. In some case, I would hate for somebody to say, okay, well, shoot, you stick with your man and I'm going to stick with my man. When the pick is set, how you going to set for your man? He done scored off the pick, right? Because we didn't switch off, right? And then at the end of the day, who loses? Me. At least the both of us lose because we on the same team. And I'm saying in marriage that like for real, and you know this, D, I always tell couples like, you're not the problem. Your spouse is not the problem. The problem is the problem. Let's work together against the problem and not each other. Because if I do that, then and I'm your teammate, then not only do I lose, we both lose.
So if we're in a marriage relationship, I can't say to my wife in this scenario, how'd you let your man get by you?
Oh, come on.
How'd you let this problem get by you?
Come on.
How did you let this happen?
Come on.
Okay. Rather than we're in the same marriage, the marriage of the marriage relationship, the marriage partnership, this institution that's bigger than the two people.
Come on.
Right. So anything happens, it's both of our responsibility.
Absolutely.
True indeed. We have roles and all that. We're not going to get into that about, you know, my responsibility as a man of the house. But the bottom line is everybody either wins or loses in a marriage. There's not one winner or one loser. It just doesn't work that way.
Yep.
And that's how it go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I'm saying, man, like for real, there are some of you in your marriages right now. Oh, man. You have a track record of being defensive. Yeah, you got a track record of being defensive. And like for real, your spouse is like they're expecting you to be defensive every time that there's a problem brought up. Now let's keep it 100, D. We realize that problems and issues and challenges are the only way that we grow, but not problems, challenges, and difficulties in and of themselves cause you to grow. It's how you deal with them that cause you to grow.
Real talk.
So like for real, as you guys are doing what you do in terms of your problems and your difficulties and your challenges, do me a favor. We said it before. God gave you 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. For real, D, one of the things that we've been called to do, I think, as it is in terms of marriage and the relationship between the two of us, is to create impact. How do you create impact? You create impact by finding understanding and meaning not only in what's being said, but who they are as a person. You can only find understanding and meaning in what's being said if you're listening.
Yeah. So Simone and I did a program last week that had to do with listening. And one of the things that we talked about a lot was, so we talked about the ratio between ears and mouth, and we need to be listening at least twice as much as we're speaking.
Yes.
But we also expanded it to say listening is not only with our ears, right? Listening is also being observant of our spouses, observant of the atmosphere, being responsible for the atmosphere that's existent in the home setting, right? And giving keen attention to everything that has to do with our household and our spouses in particular. And if we are not, like we talked about sex a little bit too, and there are certain things that you don't see or hear depending on how your room is set up or wherever y'all happen to be doing your personal business. So you may not be able to see, you may not even be able to hear, but you can sense.
Yeah.
You can feel.
Yeah.
Right? You can experience and know what way to go and what way not to go. Because now, if you're doing it right, and pun very much intended, that means now you're in sync.
If you're doing it right.
Yes, sir. I meant it exactly what I said, how I said it too. Yeah, we didn't put a rating on it. I tell y'all what I meant by it, but you ain't stupid.
2 and 2 is 4.
2 and 2 is 4. But real talk, like there's a synergy, man. There's a synergy that says, like, I understand how your heart is beating. I understand how if you have little hairs on your skin, how that's raising. I understand how your body feels at the moment. I can tell when something changes, how your hair stands up or doesn't stand up. Like all of that and the stuff I'm not gonna say right now, because then y'all be all in my business. But you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So listening is more than just ears, but we don't even get the ears right, Quest. You see what I'm saying? We got the baseline. Baseline is hearing with these.
Yeah.
And most of us don't even get that right.
And I'm saying, D, like for real, and I'll give it out there as a tool every once in a while. See, because I think the more and more that we converse as a couple, the more and more we get to know each other just a little bit more. If you're intent the way that you should be. Yeah, and I think we need to always be in a position where every once in a while we just, what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And what are your desires?
Yeah, man, you have to break them down that way too.
Because a lot of people ask you what you're thinking, but they don't ask you what you're feeling about what you're thinking, much less what you want to do in terms of your feelings and your thoughts. So,
because asking me what I think is an easy question because I'm so cerebral.
Oh, yeah.
So what you think about this? Bam, 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 bam. I got you with those thoughts.
Yeah.
Now push pause and let me now express yourself emotionally.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Now you gotta really, invest. Now you gotta pause, slow down.
And if you could do something, what would you do about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So man, I think that's the win-win right there. Like for real. Yeah, man. I think, man, like a lot of spouses could, because it's on both sides of the fence. I think one of the things that ladies say or ladies desire the most, or wives, spouses, whatever, is to be heard, to be understood. But I think there's some ladies too that even though your man don't speak much, that don't mean that you shouldn't listen. You know, like when they do speak, they speaking for a reason.
Oh yes, I like that. Yeah. Man, so much in it, man. But I think if we were to unpack it, we'd
be here all day.
Yeah, which may be appropriate, but maybe not today, right?
Yeah, no doubt. We only got a certain amount of time, don't we?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's about 5 minutes early, but like I said, I'm feeling tempted to really start unpacking it further. But I think wherever we go from here,
you do it and we're gonna pay
a whole new dimension. So
no doubt.
Push pause right about here, man.
Yeah,
man. So, like you always say, man, like we don't just wake up. I mean, I'm saying it my way. Like you don't wake up with a phenomenal marriage.
You don't.
Right.
You don't.
So it's good work. It's a good progress. It's like one man said, good, better, best. Never let it rest till the good get better and the better get better.
Come on.
Just keep on going betterer, man.
Yep.
Never give up.
Never give up. You know, you know what I say, D. Shaky to good, good to great. Ultimately, we want phenomenal, but phenomenal don't just happen. It takes work. Specifically working on, like for real, not being defensive. Listen. And if you need to apologize, make it right. Then you can go back and deal with all the reasons why.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us.
All right, y'all.
Word.
What?
Word. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna let the Questament go, man.
Yes, indeed. Because I'm gonna go and minister to all of these dudes here. These ladies, I should say. Yeah, they got the cooties. So I'm gonna go and I think we gave I gave all of them the cooties.
Oh no, okay. Well, yeah, why don't y'all go ahead and handle that? And yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. We will holla at you.